The Oscars are almost here, and so it's time for me to give you my set of predictions on who all can and will win at this year's Oscars. As always, I'll talk about who I think has a chance of winning under almost each category and who I think can bring a tough fight. I feel this time around some categories are a lock while there are others where anyone can win. I also do want to mention the films that were snubbed this time around. There were some truly incredible films, and films that did extremely well in certain departments that did get a few nominations but deserve way more recognition. Films like Nickel Boys, September 5, Dune Part 2, Better Man, Gladiator 2, A Different Man, and The Substance did overall deserve more nominations and recognition from the Academy. While these were films that still got some nominations, there were films that were completely ignored by the Academy. These films definitely deserve to get nominated at least in some of the categories. Films like Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, Small Things Like These, Blitz, Civil War, Saturday Night, Joker Folie 2, Furiosa, Maharaja, Smile 2, Sonic 3, Trap, I Saw the TV Glow, and Twisters had aspects that were genuinely amazing, mainly the technical stuff, for which they definitely deserved some recognition. There were a few other films too that I would have mentioned, like Sing Sing, The Piano Lesson, The Order, Hundreds of Beavers, and Problemista, that I heard great things about but sadly didn't get a chance to watch. I feel in order to give more films a platform or some sort of recognition, the Academy should have more than 5 slots under each category, because every year there are so many great films that go largely unnoticed. Having said all of that, let's get going. Starting with the technical awards. For achievement in cinematography, my pick is Lol Crawley for The Brutalist. Simply put, this was an amazing film to look at from start to finish. Crawley did a flawless job of capturing the epic, ambitious, yet dark and intense nature of the story, and successfully managed to transport me to this dark, cold, and at times truly unsettling and unforgiving time period and kept me immersed throughout. There are shots in here that leave you in awe, and then there were shots in here that will truly haunt you, and the way they have captured all of it in this beautiful yet harrowing world of the film is truly shocking and amazing. Every shot here truly feels carefully crafted and executed with great skill. Also, the decision to shoot this on VistaVision only enhanced the overall experience. Seriously, watching this film on the IMAX screen was truly a sight to behold. Next up is visual effects and sound, and I feel both will go to Dune Part 2. Out of all the films here, Dune Part 2 had the best visual effects and sound design, and just like Part 1, I can see Part 2 easily winning in both the categories. Also, if you saw this film in the IMAX format, you just simply know why it deserves to win these two awards. Next up is film editing, and my pick is Conclave. I would even be happy to see The Brutalist win here because I never really felt the length or pacing, although I did think that the film felt a bit rushed in the second half. Conclave, on the other hand, moved at a more consistent pace and had slightly stronger editing, so my pick is Conclave. Next up is original score, and this too, like film editing, is kinda between The Brutalist and Conclave. Both have some of the best music of the year, and I honestly would be really happy to see any of the two win here. But my pick is gonna be The Brutalist, mainly because I feel it is overall a bit more unique when compared to Conclave and therefore has a slight edge over it. Also, this is such an epic, beautiful, and powerful score that really enhances an already amazing film. For the next few categories, I'll try to keep it short. For original song, my pick is El Mal from Emilia Perez. For animated feature film, my pick is Flow. For international feature film, I really want I'm Still Here to win, but from the looks of it, Emilia Perez might take it, so my pick sadly is Emilia Perez. For production design and costume design, my pick is Wicked, and for makeup and hairstyling, my pick is The Substance. Next up is adapted screenplay, and my pick is Conclave. What an engaging and smartly written screenplay this is. The dialogue is sharp, the reveals are well developed and well timed, and the tension is maintained throughout. It's also unexpectedly a pretty funny film too, with some really smart and timely commentary on religion and the state of world politics. So yeah, this award is in the bag for Team Conclave, and it's a really well deserved one. Next up is original screenplay, and this honestly is a pretty tough one. Personally, I would want The Brutalist or September 5 to win here because for me, those two are the strongest and the most effective ones when it comes to the writing. But I have a feeling that it's mainly between A Real Pain and The Substance, and any of the two can win. I'm going with The Substance here mainly because of its really unique and original concept and its pretty relevant and effective commentary on the unrealistic beauty standards set by the entertainment industry and how far it pushes the ones who are a part of it. I did feel the film did get a bit too repetitive in the first half, but it's the second half where the film really progressed. It does get a bit too over the top by the end of it, but still managed to stay pretty original throughout, and so my pick is The Substance. The next two categories are pretty much a lock, so I'm just gonna state my picks. For supporting actress, my pick is Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez, and for supporting actor, my pick is Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Next up is lead actress, and while I would personally want Cynthia Erivo to win for her absolutely incredible performance in Wicked, my pick would be Demi Moore for The Substance. She's been winning almost everywhere, and so technically she has a higher chance of winning here, and I do think her performance was really good and she fully committed to this insane story and film. Next up is lead actor, and my pick is Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. This was a truly mind-blowing performance. One of the reasons why this film is so engaging and immersive is because of the truly amazing performances by everyone involved. There's so much emotion and pain in this particular performance that it genuinely feels like watching an actual person and not an actor acting. It's a very authentic and lived-in performance in a film that is filled to the brim with great performances. An incredibly deep, emotionally layered and moving performance that fully deserves to win. Before I get to directing and Best Picture, I wanted to do something that I haven't done in a while, and that is a Best Picture ranking. So here it goes. At number 9 I have Emilia Perez, at number 8 is A Complete Unknown, at number 7 is The Substance, at number 6 is Wicked, at number 5 is Dune Part 2, at number 4 is I'm Still Here, at number 3 is Conclave, at number 2 is Nickel Boys, and at number 1 is The Brutalist. There's only one film here that I didn't like, the other two I thought were pretty good, and the rest, that is from number 6 to number 1, are films that I genuinely loved and think are truly great and that I highly recommend watching. Yes, there's one film that I didn't mention here, and that's Anora. Simply put, I don't waste my time on films that promote explicit garbage in the name of art. There's one last year called Poor Things, and there's one this year called Anora. It's laughable to see that such films get so much recognition when there are far more meaningful, impactful, and important films out there that get completely snubbed and ignored. It happens every year and is starting to become a sad trend. I also kind of want to talk about what my Best Picture selection would have looked like. I'm pretty confident about 9 films out of the 10, with The Brutalist, Nickel Boys, Conclave, Dune Part 2, September 5, Better Man, I'm Still Here, Wicked, and small things like these being in there. Number 10 would most likely go to, I'm assuming, Sing Sing, which can only be confirmed once I watch it. And so finally, next up is directing and Best Picture, and my pick for both the categories is The Brutalist. The Brutalist is truly an incredible achievement in filmmaking. Brady Corbet's directing is consistently strong and highly impressive. The performances, like I said earlier, are truly amazing and some of the best of the year. The technical stuff is simply brilliant, it's extremely well written, and the filmmaking is such that just needs to be experienced to be believed. The insane runtime, the scope and scale of it all, and capturing it all at a shocking budget of around $10 million is what really is inspiring to see as a filmmaker, and simply an achievement in itself. There's just so much to take in here, so much to analyze, appreciate, and study. It's a totally different beast, and I truly have not seen anything like it before. Just like last year's Best Picture winner Oppenheimer, The Brutalist 2 is attempting to and succeeding at doing something new and unique with its craft, and delivering something that simply flies despite its massive runtime, and something that stays with you long after it's over. It feels so epic and cinematic, yet it's so contained and personal, and that balance is maintained throughout. It's also a highly relevant and timely immigrant story that's all the more urgent and important in a time where there's a growing negative attitude towards immigrants. Yes, there were some unnecessary things here and there that could have been taken out, and the second half does feel a bit rushed, with a sort of abrupt ending, but despite that, it manages to be something monumental, impactful, and important for the most part. And yes, I wish they didn't use AI, even if its use was very minimal for the things they did. Just simply trust your incredible artists and their craft because they are truly great at their jobs. The fact that even after sitting there for more than 3.5 hours, I wanted the film to go on for longer tells just enough about how investing, immersive and effective this film was. Brady Corbet and team's work is nothing short of masterful and fully deserves to win both directing and Best Picture. Having seen it the second time just recently, I'm all the more confident as to why this film deserves to win Best Picture. Just like our lead character's works, this film is an extremely well-crafted, amazing to look at, complex and layered piece of art that genuinely left me shaking and speechless. If you truly love cinema, then you must definitely experience this incredible film. So those were my predictions. Do let me know who you think has a chance of winning in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for watching my video and I hope you enjoyed. If yes, please like the video, and if you want to see more, then hit subscribe. Till then, peace out.